step in here. My amazing kitten number. Currently on my lap. Snoozing away. As you should. My amazing husband Isaiah. And we're back. Genshin Impact. I'm gonna collect these things. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot what we're gonna do. I think I'm ready for this. We're gonna try to complete the yeah. We're gonna try to continue this. Complete this, if you will.
Yeah, let's spark things up a little.
Oh, why do I have no island? Oh, that's fine. If I die, I can just read. Yeah.
Time to clean up.
It'll be helpful for.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Don't get frostbite.
Yeah.
Freeze.
Windblade.
No. Jesus. Try to do some far away damage. Ow, that didn't go so well. Okay.
If at first you don't succeed.
I need to pay attention to what I'm doing.
I'll catch up.
Ow. That didn't go so well.
I have some for you too.
Okay. Let's see. Away.
Dodge this. Cool it. Free.
Thank you.
It's done. I knew you'd do it. Quick, grab those two corners. Let's go hook up the power. Just like before, you go connect the energy source, and I'll adjust the device.
So sad.
Finally, stabilized. The Archeum is transformed into an inert state. We in the Fontaine Research Institute are safe for now.
But it seems there are more secrets.
For the things you'd like to know, I will happy to answer. Oh, jeez, God.
I will be happy to answer, probably.
Yeah, that is what they're trying to say, but clearly they're not type out. They did the exact same thing I do. I have instances where I type sentences and I'm thinking of what I'm trying to type, but I jump to the next word before typing the word that I'm supposed to be typing next. I do that so often, and I feel the sympathy for the people who wrote the text. And I'm also would be happy to answer, but not right now. I'm sorry, I had to go on that tirade. What I can tell you now, based on my hypothesis, is that Mr. Knacker stole the Archeum kinetic core and triggered these small explosions. Before explaining in too much detail, we shall return to the Institute and place the proper notation of partitions into this interlude. Or at the very least, we need to stop this journalist from getting more deeply involved. The Archeum kinetic core is connected to too many other matters, and we must handle it in complete confidentiality. So I would like you to cooperate with my work.
Cooperate with your work? Hi, Mom.
You're not saying to play along with your lies, are you? The scarier something is, the more you should share with others. And the more the cat paws its trash.
No.
Then we can all work together to deal with it faster.
I have my doubts about that, you do. Every matter has its own way of being dealt with, and in this instance, we must first call for silence. I prefer that I would never have you steer from your moral standards or demand that you have the same standard of behavior as we do. All I ask is for you to remain quiet. You need not to do anything else. But if you're wondering why I have you remain silent while telling you the truth, I'll just come out and say it. Your coming here is the only good fortune that our institute has had in nearly 100 years. No matter what happens or what the cost, we must maintain good relations with you. I'm sure Mr. Chazelle feels the same way.
Is telling the truth also a cost as far as you're concerned?
Yeah. You're only just telling us. Wait, there.
Yeah, you're only just telling us the truth now, which you should have done ages ago. Just what sort of cost is that?
Dear Lady Fireball, telling the truth is the truth. The greatest price one could pay. Let's go back. Ask sincerely for your understanding and to provide all necessary cooperation.
Mm-hmm. The last time, I did not have a chance to do that before I got thrown into another battle.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Miss Clone, everything we do is in the best interests of the people of the Court of Bombay.
So you're saying that, so what you're saying is that the Fontaine Research Institute detected the explosion just now. Are you kidding? You think I'm just an air? You can't hoodwink me that easily.
I think Monsieur Chazelle has expressed himself clearly enough. The situation is still under control. The status quo of the Court of Bombay will not be adversely affected. Now, allow me to make a statement explaining the events of the building that really occurred.
That's enough, mister. I don't believe you for a second. Lucy, you should have seen everything, right? I'm begging you, tell me the truth.
Let's cooperate with Fernando for now.
No need to bother Lucy no more. But, Miss Clone, allow me to explain the truth.
Don't even think of trying to get away with him, Mr. Romando. I saw the Archeum with my own eyes. This explosion must have been caused by it. Did you not repeatedly emphasize before that all the Archeum had been properly processed and disposed of? Just what are you hiding?
I haven't hidden anything. This explosion was always a controllable hazard removal directional blast.
A controllable hazard? Wait, hazard removal? What?
And you don't bite your tongue on that.
It basically means to use small controlled blasts to quickly remove Archeum fragments, with the goal of activating the experimental field generator as quickly as possible. But couldn't have imagined that Mr. Naka would steal the Archeum kinetic core needed to start the experimental field generator. Not only that, but he intentionally activated that large chunk of Archeum, using it to draw our attention while he made his escape.
So is that the play you came up with just now? Dump all the blame onto a researcher who could be dead right now for all we know? I think what you really want to hide is that you are completely capable of dealing with the Archeum. The Archeum is still a major threat to the Court of Fontaine. Ridiculous. A person's life isn't something you can throw away to help spread your own life.
I've already told you the truth, Sport. Please, listen to a final word of advice. It only takes the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something. It always takes more brain power to effect your engagement.
No, I won't listen to another word you say, nor will I dwell on this. Your words, deeds, and all of the facts sealed by the Institute will be reported on in the next issue of the Steenberg. Good day, gentlemen.
Miss Crowley started away from the Volunteer Research Institute. Thank goodness. That's finally over. Oh, thank you too.
I just did what I should.
Such humility. In this day and age, those who do that what they should are already upset. We didn't make assumptions about whether something is good or bad based on your subjective thoughts. Instead, you be careful about what you say for the sake of the greater good. Truth as an excellent person.
Is this really okay? I still think that we should tell everyone the truth.
There's no need to bear such a heavy burden, ladies. You only cooperate after listening to my repeated
Entreaties.
I am a senior technician at the Fontaine Research Institute, and the responsibility for this matter falls squarely on as head.
But Miss Bruni said,
She has already obtained the truth she wants for herself. I wish her well. As for us, we shall have much to be concerned about. For example, the whereabouts of Mr. Nacker and the Arcane Kinetic Core. But shouldn't we first give you a few awards when, Monsieur Chazelle? That's right. Let's take another group photo together. The one we took before had an unseemly explosion in the bathroom. This new photo must be decent enough to be worthy of your status as our honorary senior researcher. Giselle and Romano stand in the same position as before, and the Institute researcher takes a photo for everyone. Perfect. Lupitas, a decent bunch of decent people.
it seemed to says an explosive.
Hey, stop it! No more exploding! Any more explosions and Paimons will have nightmares.
This certificate and trophy are for you. I post a copy on the Institute bulletin board later. I hope our researchers will follow your example. This path, strive to take overcome our obstacles and put in 120% of our.
Actually, I have one more question for you.
Oh, of course. I know you want what you want to ask. Even though your questions are all extremely complicated, I'm willing to. In any case, I believe we will all have more opportunities to work together in the future, honorary senior research.
We did it.
Still,
So sleep. Okay. Let's look for them. This way. Take this from my hand for a moment.
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
Show me the stick. I love it when it does that. It was only on the first click.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Indeed. What could it be? I don't know. Something not good.
Yeah, that's not
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
No.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Still have time to take it back.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
I don't know if I'd call it
Nothing
little.
personal. We just have different views, that's all.
Monster.
Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
What?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
battles are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
No. No. You tricked us too?
He's Borax?
How sanctimonious.
So, Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis?
What? So you're the Lord of Chiao? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
I don't understand.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know,
Yes, please do.
I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
Let me guess, you had another plan in case it all burned down.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
Ha! On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
No.
You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
He really is a child.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Could possibly be worth a gnosis. Or I'd like to know what.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
You will then.